Welcome to beautiful Australia. We are continuing our road trip here. Today we are going to go to Byron Bay and we'll see where else this road trip takes us. We really don't know. We plan it day by day. So we'll see where we end up, but I'm sure it's going to have lots and lots of beautiful ocean views like this one behind me.
All right, I just booked our room for tonight, so that means we can get in the car, head out, explore this town a little bit, but mostly Byron Bay for the day, and then we'll make our way over to this hotel.
So after we spent our night in Murwillumbah, which was like right by Springbrook National Park, which you have to do, and if you do want to do it, check out our last video because it is so much fun. But now we are headed to the famous Byron Bay. I'm so excited to just walk on the beach. It's gonna be such an amazing day. So we're just driving through this little town that we stayed in last night on our way to Byron Bay, and it's honestly super cute. I think our hotel was like the hit of the town. It felt like everyone was there last night. They had a little restaurant and bar in the bottom, and we always thought Australia was like super expensive, but turns out like going out to eat, getting coffee, groceries is way cheaper than in the United States. So even though the hotels are quite a bit expensive here, it's still really affordable to like eat and stuff. So that's been really nice.
So it didn't take us that long to get to Byron Bay, probably only about 30-40 minute drive. And now we're here. There's a beautiful view of the ocean on so many sides of us. There's a lighthouse. The drive was also really nice. And now we're here, and I think it's gonna cost money to park all the way up here at the lighthouse if there was a spot available, but I don't think there is.
There's definitely no spots, but there's the lighthouse. It looks really pretty. Look at it, so cute. And there's the ocean. It really is beautiful. We literally got so lucky. So there was like a car park at the top by the lighthouse, and then there was one like a minute down the mountain, and just as we were driving by, we saw somebody pulling out. We zipped in real quick, and now we're eating a quick lunch before we go out on the Byron Bay walking track and see the lighthouse a little bit more. And we are just eating salad out of a bag because we've been eating unhealthy and we need a little spinach in our lives. We are officially starting on the Byron Bay walking path. It goes for quite a while, and I think we're gonna have amazing views like this the entire time. And right now we are headed up to the lighthouse, so we got a pretty big climb ahead of us. We have literally only made it a few steps because every single place we go to, the view just keeps getting better and better, and the water is so bright blue and clear. You can just see straight to the bottom, even from all the way up here. Oh my gosh, this is probably one of the most beautiful places we've ever been. We made it to the lighthouse. We also saw a huge pod of dolphins right when we were looking over there. This is already getting a great start.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, this lighthouse actually still works, and it's being used and run so that it can help ships find their way. And I'm also really excited that we're here because just right over there is the easternmost point of Australia. The museum for the lighthouse was open, so we got to go inside for just a few minutes and look around. It wasn't too big of a museum, but I did learn that there are over 400 lighthouses in Australia, and this one, Cape Byron, has the most powerful light out of all lighthouses in this country. Someone gave Jenny their binoculars. Apparently there's a turtle in the water. I don't see it. Maybe Jenny will.
Sorry.
Okay, so like this rock.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, so sweet. Yeah. That girl was seriously so sweet and so excited that she saw the turtle. She was like, look, look, look. And I was like trying to find it. I could not find it, but she was so excited. I could not crush her. I just was like, I saw it. She was just so happy. I couldn't take it from her. Oh my gosh, I seriously just want to be in the water so badly. I literally just want to jump off this cliff and be swimming with the dolphins and the turtles. This area is also supposed to have a ton of humpback whales, but we aren't here in the right season. But this is like on their migration route, which is really cool because last year around this time, we were in Turks and Caicos, which is a different migration route, I guess, and there was tons of humpback whales that we got to swim with, and it was one of like the best days of our lives.
Jenny spotted a fire ant.
There's so much wildlife here, dolphins, turtles, fire ants. There's also tons of signs for koalas. Still haven't seen one yet though.
But the fire ants are scary because there's signs for them everywhere and they're like
this big. They're scary.
We made it to the most easterly point of the Australian mainland.
Wow, look at us go. These views are absolutely beautiful. We seriously take like 2 steps and then stop to like film again. Like we'll like take 2 steps, film, take 2 steps, stop and look at the view. Like it's just amazing.
And there's a lot of lookout points to just do that, and that's what everybody's doing too.
This is honestly like some of the most beautiful views ever. This is so amazing.
And just right over there is South America.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, just a couple thousand
Yeah, I
miles.
can see it.
Yeah.
Right there. Wow, this is so incredible. We've seen 2 turtles now, tons of dolphins. This is such a good spot for wildlife sightings. And you don't even have to be in the water. You just look out over the water and you find the wildlife. This is so amazing. Wow. Byron Bay, I thought it might be hyped up a lot because it is a very touristy place. Like there's a lot of tourists here. It's pretty crowded, but the views and the wildlife, oh, makes it all worth it.
We're continuing our walk on the walking track. I think I want to go to that point that we saw from way up there. Oh yeah, we've been walking a lot downhill recently, but yeah, we want to go all the way to the section that we saw from up there, and so that we can be right over the ocean. And then there's a little bit more, but we are gonna have to hike up these stairs at the end, so we're not really looking forward to that part. Lots and lots of stairs.
Yeah.
Might be rough, but looks like we made it to a little beach area. There's not very many people over there, and then we can continue on if we want to go to the edge. Oh man, so we're way up there just like 5 minutes ago. Now we're down here.
I was gonna be brutal on the way up, but man, this view, gosh, this is gorgeous. Oh, the breeze right here feels so good. It is a little bit toasty, not too bad, but once you get the ocean breeze, it's just perfect.
Climb has started. Oh yeah, that was a steep one. He did it.
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, actually wasn't easy, but that was fine.
That walk was so incredible. Definitely recommend. And now we found another parking spot. We're getting really lucky with parking today.
Yeah.
And we're gonna walk around town and hopefully find some coffee and maybe go to the beach.
Well, Byron Bay is a very touristy place. There's so many people here. It's really loud. And now I know why that we couldn't find an affordable hotel around here. We had to get our hotel south of here because there just wasn't anything available. But I'm definitely enjoying just being out here experiencing it, and then later on we'll go to a smaller city to hang out for the rest of the day.
So many people here, but the little town is so cute. It's very busy, but there's lots of like coffee shops, gelatos, like food, poke places. It's really cute, and yeah, we're just walking to the beach now, and I think this isn't the beach that we saw when we were up there. Maybe it is. Either way, I'm sure it's gonna be pretty.
I don't think it is. Where we are right now is considered a main beach, and I think that's because it's the easiest one to get to, and so of course it's coming with the crowd. There's so many people just laying out on the grass looking at the beach. I'm blocking their view, but I'll move out of the way really quick. And a bunch of people setting up like tents in the sand area, and there's also a few places to eat as well.
I don't think I've ever seen a beach with so many people before. This is wild. I mean, it is a very, very beautiful beach, but dang, not the place to come if you want like privacy or like not a lot of people. But right now we're just sitting here on the grass, enjoying the view and soaking up the sun.
I think it's the most amount of people for the how big the space is.
For
like
sure.
There's so many people taking up all of the available space.
There was another beach like over there, and we only saw it from the top, but there was way less people, and it looked just as beautiful. But this is like the main beach that's like in the town, so it makes sense. It's just really convenient for people to come here. Well, on our way to the beach, we saw a coffee shop that we wanted to stop at, but it closed. So now we're just headed to some random little town because that's where the affordable accommodations are.
We got the air conditioning blasting because it is a hot one out there. Whew.
It's toasty.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna go to our motel and figure out what that looks like. I don't know. Well, we made it into our hotel for the night. We're just staying in a smaller town kind of in the mountains because that's what we could afford, but it's kind of funny. So we have this one bed here. It's a queen bed, but a pretty good one. So Jenny and I will share that. And then over here, we have a room with 3 single beds that we're not even gonna use, but it was the only one available and it was a good price. Also, we have a shower head that's constantly running, I think. I'm gonna go shower, but Jenny just did and she said it doesn't turn off, so we have that. But it works for us, and we have a nice kitchen here with a sink, a fridge, and a microwave. So looks good to us, and then we are gonna head off to, well, near the direction of Port McGuire tomorrow, and we'll see how far we get on the road.
Good morning. We have no idea where we're going today or what we're doing, but we know that we need coffee. So we're getting coffee at this place right next to our hotel, and I really need it. Well, we've officially seen a kangaroo. Unfortunately, it was not alive. It was on the road, dead.
I didn't see it, so I'm happier than she is right now.
So sad. But I think today is pretty much just gonna be like a big driving day. We're doing like a 4-hour drive, I think, down to Port McGuire.
We think we're doing that. I mean, we haven't booked our hotel yet, or our Airbnb, whatever we're gonna stay in. But we need to make a lot of progress because we've been making a lot of stops, kind of just close to Brisbane, and then just like hour drives here and there. And so today we gotta drive a lot. Yeah, so we still don't have a hotel for tonight, but I think we're gonna stop in Coffs Harbor and try to find some Wi-Fi and book a hotel for tonight. And then tomorrow we'll probably explore Port McGuire a little bit more. McGuire? I don't know if I'm saying that right. So we're driving through Coffs Harbor. We were just gonna check out the town, see what it looks like, but I don't think we're gonna do that anymore because there's so much traffic here. The main highway just led down the road that goes right through town, and you know, there's never been any traffic in Australia that we've seen except for when you're going into some of these bigger cities. So yeah, it's taken a while, and I guess we're just probably gonna stop for lunch at some point, probably near the end of the traffic, and then we'll get going. Well, we tried to go to the Red Rooster for lunch because we've been seeing that a lot here in Australia, but they were out of buns. So we just went to McDonald's, booked our hotel, realized that we could not stay anywhere near Port McQuarrie because the hotels were far too expensive. So we drove like 5 hours, and now we're kind of near Newcastle, and the hotels are a lot more affordable here. We have a lot of fun things that we're doing tomorrow and the next day around here too, so I'm super excited for that. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.